Hello! Right, today we're taking a look at the RX300. We're going to do an unboxing. I'm going to give you my final thoughts on that. We're also going to give, I'm going to give you my final thoughts on this ridiculous thing right here. The Mason 30mm dump tank. Well, quick vape. Absolutely ridiculous. Yes. So, let's get into this one. So, straight into the up and close with the RX300. Let's have a nosy around the box first. What you'd expect from wismec. Very clear design. Package contents. Obviously this is the black one. Now they are available in a carbon fibre finish as well now. Obviously the first ones to release were the black and the silver. This is the black. So inside the box we will find the device itself. Let's leave it to one side for a moment. Underneath your polystyrene you will find your instruction manual. Please read this. You will find some brown stickers. These are to replace on the side plates here. Now, a word of warning. I went the clever way about it, and I'm not sure, I've not seen any documentation if you have to heat these, but for love nor money, I cannot get the backs off those stickers at all. So if you rip the black padding off of your RX, you may struggle to get the backs off these stickers, and you may end up with no design on the sides. Just a little word of warning, but a nice feature if yours work. Mine just might be a random faulty batch. You'll also find a bit of battery safety. It's just single-sided. And a USB charge cable. Now the device does offer balanced charging, but still I would recommend using an external battery charger to charge your batteries. Safety first as always. So let's get rid of this. Let's have a nosy around the device. So nice clicky fire button. Your adjustment keys nice and clicky. USB port on the front. Venting on the sides. And also on the base. Now, the leather design on the side is a removable sticker. These are very durable stickers actually. This has been in use for a good few weeks and there's not a mark on them at all. Nicely made. On your top, your branded Rouleau RX300. Your 510 pin is there. And it is a spring-loaded 510. A sprung-loaded. Hey. On the base, you'll find Rouleau RX300, designed and manufactured by Jabo and wismec. And it's a big mod. Not that big though. I thought it was going to be a lot more bulky than this. Battery door. A switch on the base. One thing I did notice, taking it out of the packaging for the first time, is the battery door rattled. Happily, once the batteries are installed, that rattle goes away completely. Up now. Battery door opens, and yes, it does look like the rocket launcher from Commando. If you remember back to the old Commando film with Arnold Schwarzenegger, yes, that looks like one of them 4-bay rocket launchers. But hey, it's all good. Right. Down in the ports there, you'll see a positive, negative, negative, positive marked. That's also then marked on the top cap, so you know which way around to put your 18650s. And it is a solid, nicely made device. Now I'm just going to pop some batteries in so we can have a look at its features. So batteries are installed. Let's turn her on. 5 clicks to turn on the device. Instant power up. Now, this does have a few features built in. Holding both of the adjustment keys will lock the adjustment buttons. Press and hold to release that. Now, to power on the stealth mode, so you can vape without the screen activating, it's the left key and the power button, and it'll tell you that stealth mode is on. Exactly the same again to take it off. Stealth mode is now off. Now, the one thing that's got a couple of people confused is on this, the preheat function comes as standard. So as soon as you take it out of the box, it's there. What you need to do is press and hold the right key and the power button, and that'll take you into the sub menu. So you can turn your logo on and off. Also then moving over, now I've adjusted my preheat already, but when you first take it out of the box, it's on something like 20 watts on a 0.5 second ramp up. So if you're wanting to vape at high wattages, you're going to notice that it's going to be slow to ramp up. You need to set this preheat feature first. Your next menu is then you can use a USB charger. Timeout on this is quite fast actually. So you can use a USB adapter to go into your 510, and so you can charge other devices from it. Now it's not included in the kit, which is a bit of a disappointment. I probably would never use it, but because they advertised it, I expected it to be there. One of those things. Right, so 3 clicks, you'll see that the power starts flashing. Now using the right key, you can scroll through to temperature control mode, your TCR settings, and back to power. Now while in the temperature control settings, if you press the left key, it'll move down to adjust your actual material you'll be vaping with. So stainless steel, nichrome, titanium. Left again will then take you down and you can adjust the wattage that you'll be using in temperature control mode. Left again moves you down to your resistance, so you can lock that there. Down again and you can change your puff counter to seconds vaped. And again takes you back up to the menu. It will also give you an active amp drain on your batteries, whichever mode you're using. So let's take it back into wattage. Power mode. That is pretty much all the features that you're going to need. Really, really simple. Incredibly similar to the original RX. The only thing to remember is that preheat function is already built in when you take it out of the box. And to be fair, it's quite aesthetically pleasing to me. I do like the look of the device. So let's go up top and have a vape. So that was your up close with the RX300. Well, what can we say apart from it is big? But it's not as big as I thought it was going to be. I thought I was going to have problems carrying this about with me, and it's become my everyday mod, simply for its battery life. Now, with the dump tank I'm running at 110 watts. Normally, I'll use it with the XL tank at about 120. I got nearly 3 days of life out of that. 3 days without having to charge the batteries. That's immense. Now, I can understand that if you're on the go all the time, it's not ideal, especially if you've got little hands, to be carrying that about with you. I'm not exactly a small guy. This hasn't been a hassle to carry about with me at all. It's just there, and it works. And you know when you pick it up that it's going to work. If that makes sense. That should make sense. Literally, it's got the battery life of a car. It's just stupidly good. But It does have its downsides, it does. You can't just whack it in your pocket. You'd have to be wearing a jacket. It won't go in your jeans pocket. Not a chance. And vape, oh, it powers instant. But we'll get back into that in a sec. Now, a few people had an issue with this, saying its ramp up time was quite slow. Because, unlike the original RX, where you had to upgrade the firmware to add its preheat feature, it's built in straight out of the box. So, as I showed you in the up close, if you don't set that preheat, or you ramp up, it's going to start, I can't remember the exact settings it was set to when it got out of the box. I think it was something like 0.5 of a second at 20 watts. So, if you don't know that feature's there, you're going to think the box mod is faulty. Or think it's just got a stupidly long ramp up time. Not the case at all. Not the case. Yeah. So let's cover pros and cons for the mod. Start with cons. Size. Really? It is a big mod. It is a big mod. Its USB function thing for external charging, the fact that they've advertised that on their website and you don't get the adapter with the mod, it's going to be a separate purchase. I think that's a con. I do. Because if I looked on a website, saw wismec's website, and just scrolled down and saw them advertising this thing, not that I'd probably charge my phone from it ever, but if it says it does it, and it shows the pictures with it, you'd expect it to be supplied with the device. It's not. The stickers is another con. Now, whether it's me, whether that my stickers just don't seem to want to play, I don't know. But if you get one of these, don't just rip off those black panels thinking you're going to throw the brown leather pads on. No. Make sure that you can undo the stickers first. Because if you rip them off and the other ones are fucked, game over. You're buying some more. And it's going to cost you. So that to me is a con. Wow. To be fair, I'm still quite giddy about the device. Oh well. Childish at heart. I like new toys. So, pros. Battery life. Just battery life up on battery life. You know it's going to be there and it's going to be working. To be fair, I'm going to say that the weight is actually a positive thing about it. It's not too heavy. It's not as heavy as I thought it was going to be. And if you dropped it, you're going to notice it's missing. Simple as. Power. 300 watts. On fully charged batteries. But it's going to be future proof. There's only 2 coils I know that go to 300 watts at the minute. And the people that actually buy the coils don't use them at that level anyway. You be the judge of that. If you vape at 300 watts constantly, meh. But at 100 to 200, which is where most cloud chasers vape, you've got battery life for days. Literally 3 days at 130 watts. Another pro, the screen. Really easy to read. Gives you individual battery readings. Now, if you've got a set of 4 and one cell is slightly knackered and you didn't have that individual reading and your battery life was dropping quite fast, you would replace the 4, which you should do really. But if you bought 4 new batteries, fully charged them, whacked them in and noticed instantly that that's going downhill faster, you know that that cell's faulty. You can resolve that issue straight away. What else shall we touch on? To be fair, I like the look of it. I do. Some people might just say it's just a big box mod. I do like the look of it. The only thing about its looks and design I don't like is the 510. It should have been centered. because even with this stupidly big box mod, the dump tank still overhangs, only slightly, but it does. If that was a centered 510, it'd be fine. It'd be fine. So, for the RX300, if I lost it, or it broke, would I buy another one? Yes. Yes, I would. I actually love it. And I can't hide it. I'm gushing a bit, but I do love the device. The power's instant. It's never not fired. It just does what it does, and it does it well. Temp control, I did run a couple of stainless steel coils on a dripper. Temp control, to me, I don't use it that much, but it seems like it's working. It was cutting off. It never burnt the cotton. Perfectly fine. And that's it for the RX. Dump tank. Well, if you want something that's stupidly big, chucks immense clouds, it's right there. To be fair, for the tank itself, I was quite shocked. For it being so large, that chimney being so long, the flavour of it is still fucking amazing. It really is. And yeah, it was just one of them things that just, I thought, oh, it'll be just a cloud machine. The flavour from it is spot on. I mean, I have got a dual 8-wrapped juggernaut coil in there. It ramps up in no time, and yeah, I love it. I do. But it's not something you can vape on every day. Pardon me, I don't know where this wind's coming from, people. Not something you can vape on every day. The wicking on it, if you don't get it right, well, your coil needs to be really between a 3.5 and a 4mm diameter for that wicking to be sufficient to fill the wicking holes. If it's not spot on and you do need to pack those wicking holes, the tank will literally dump the tank. Leave it sat for 2 minutes and it'll just spray out everywhere. Yeah. Be warned. If you're interested, I will do a little wicking tutorial. Leave it in the comments down below and I'll get around to that for you guys if it's something that you'd be interested in seeing. So, the tank itself. Flavour, good. Juice capacity, really good. Clouds, amazing. But it's a novelty item. It is. Now, being honest, if I lost the tank or it broke, would I replace it? Probably not. Just because it is a novelty thing. It's a talking point and it's funny to throw huge clouds, and it's not practical. Which the whole point of this is to stop smoking and have something practical and something that's going to suit you. I don't see that suiting anyone really for everyday use, which is my only feelings towards it. It's a fun bit of kit. It's not practical. It's really not. Yum yum. Now it is getting rather cloudy in here. I don't know if that's showing on the camera. But so, RX, yes, amazing. Couple of niggly cons, but it's subjective. The dump tank, it's a novelty item. That's it. Everyday use is a no-no, and I wouldn't replace it if I lost it. I think that's it then, people. If you haven't subscribed already, please hit that button. If you want the wicking tutorial on this, make sure you subscribe and hit the little bell so you get notified when I upload future videos, and you'll be able to see that tutorial when it goes live. And thanks for watching. I do actually appreciate it. And we'll see you next time on Steve Vapes.